Hello, I'm your child's teacher, Mr. Tescher, science teacher, as you can see by the shirt. My classroom is located in E1, closest to the gym in the back parking lot. Every piece of information that I discuss here can be found on your child's Google Classroom. This is my second year at Los Alisos, having taught my first 20 years at the elementary level. I believe in a hands-on approach, so you will hear from me often, as I know many of you already have. The best communication tool, whether we're on distance learning or hybrid, is through email. My class is very simple, as this year is an organizational challenge for most seventh graders, and being on distance learning is a definite challenge. I do not bury them with work, do not intend to, but the work and discussions we do produce will be of high quality and clarity. I walk students through assignments. I stay with them on Zoom the entire period in case they have questions, whether it is individual work or whether it is in breakout rooms. Students are expected to be on time and stay until they are dismissed. I have a log of kids who joined my class and the number of minutes they stayed. You will hear from me if they are constantly late or absent. And if you just want to make sure that they're actually getting up for that first period class after you've gone to work, you're more than welcome to email me and let me know. I do not require kids' faces for the Zoom class, but I do require when we start to see them to make sure they haven't paid a brother or sister or just clicked a button and rolled over back to bed to sit in for them. They must also be active during class. If they are asked to contribute, they are required to contribute, even if the answer is, I'm not sure. We have a reward system that's a positive system, PAW, not POS, positives, but positives, PAW, for our Lobos mascot. And even if they answer questions correctly or incorrectly, as long as they're participating, I try to give them those positive rewards. If your laptop has issues, please call the school and turn it in for a new one. Every camera and every mic should be working. Each day, students, when they see me, will write in their minder binders what their assignment is for the day. That is always written on their agenda. When they come back to campus, teachers will require this, so I'm preparing them for that return. They will take what they have written in their minder binder and put it in their daily agenda as inserting an image. We've done this since the second week, and the image is worth points in their overall grade to try to teach them organization. All agendas are set up the exact same way, and they will be that way for the whole year. They may get bored with them, but they will never be surprised. The left side will always be with links and directions, while the right side will always be red for their writing. I try to get them to remember links on the left and right on the right. Some days work consists of typing in the agenda. Some days they will write in their notebooks, and some days work or experiments will be written on a separate piece of paper. No matter what the assignment, it will always be inserted into the agenda. I feel that the less movement and the less going off of sites they have, the easier it will be for them. I've written notes on every assignment turned in so far, almost all of them. With everything from grammar checks to syntax corrections, including positive comments. And if they're ever unhappy with their grade, they can make changes and resubmit. We've gone over it and discussed it. They can see me during office hours if they don't understand my notes, or if they just want to make sure that work is correct. Each day, the live video will be placed as a Zoom lecture in Google Classroom. Once the morning classes have finished, which is usually at about noon. They may be sick, they may wake up late, you may have a power outage, you may have to go to the office with you. We don't stress. I just keep telling them, we just get the work done after the interruptions. I've already told them that the only reason that they really should have less than an A in this class is sarcastically saying they must have decided they would rather not work and have a conversation with you or with me as to why they aren't working. Most of the science that we've been getting into is really just preparing them for how I want them to write, how to make observations. It wasn't right or wrong information. It was how do we do things, participation. Each teacher has office hours, and they are always placed at the bottom of every agenda of mine, all of the office hours for the entire school. My office hours will run a little bit longer from Tuesday to Friday, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. If I need to cancel for unexpected circumstances, I send an email to your child letting them know. Sometimes I'll restructure that. If I have to leave a half hour early, I'll restructure until later on in the afternoon. I can see them for not just science, but I know that sometimes it's hard to get into math tutoring with so many kids in such a short amount of time. So they can see me for other help with other classes, history, language arts, other projects. When you want to see if your child is successful or not, please do so using Aries and not Google Classroom. The Google Classroom allows kids to submit an incomplete assignment, tricking you into thinking that they are all caught up on their work. As a student who always got away with not doing work and having really poor grades myself, I've learned all the tricks, and I think I invented probably most of them. So I know that some of your children feel bad that I am their teacher, because I will catch them if they're trying to skirt the work. I guarantee this year that I'll make a grading in error. I try not to, but obviously if there is, I have rehearsed and taught your children how to contact me for a change. I've also talked with them about how to communicate to another teacher to fix errors, because life will be full of others making mistakes, and it's important that they know how to address the situation calmly and clearly, whether it's talking to a person after a car accident or that one restaurant that keeps making their food incorrectly. I do offer extra credit in two ways. If a student wants to recreate a lab or complete an extra credit lab, they just need to provide pics or video or a write-up explaining what occurred. Extra credit is not meant to replace assignments. It is meant to move grades up to that next level when students are stuck at a 69, 79, or even an 89%. We are clearly in unprecedented times, and I'm sure you're hearing this 6 times over with all of the different back to school night presentations, but I realize that technology will cut out, that kids will have to go to a family's member house at the last minute and not have their books. Please know that I've tried to make this clear to your child. We will figure out whatever we have to figure out to make sure that they are successful. And I've tried to let your children know that it's okay when they're 2 minutes late because their computer had to restart or their other teacher let them out late. And that there's a difference between a student who's always late and always has incomplete work compared to a student who is occasionally having an issue. I look forward to having your kids back on campus for those of you that are choosing the hybrid model. And I definitely still look forward to seeing your kids that are going to be on full distance learning. If you ever have any questions, you're more than welcome to reach out and talk with me. I hope you have a great night and have a wonderful day.